I don't love doing this, so I get so nervous. So, yeah.
Totally understandable.
I hope I answered.
So thank you for doing this.
Of course.
Now, as a music supervisor, you have so many varied responsibilities.
Yeah.
What is your favorite part of being?
Oh, easy answer is picking out the songs. Like when I get to be creative. Yeah.
So, what is your least favorite part then?
Well, generally clearing songs, like the whole process, but even more specifically is when a song doesn't clear and I have to deliver that news to the filmmakers.
Oh,
I hate that, yeah.
so how does one become a music supervisor?
I didn't go after this. I started this in a really roundabout way where I had filmmaker friends who were my best friends in New York City. They're still my best friends, and they were just making a small movie and a small indie, and they asked for my help. So I went to school for art. I'm a painter. I started by painting. I was a visual artist, but I grew up in Austin, Texas, so I had a lot of musician friends, and they just asked for my help connecting them to my musician friends, and then they kept making movies and I kept helping them, and so just for a while it was just a hobby to help out friends.
Wow.
Yeah,
A great hobby.
yeah, it was a great hobby, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh, well, maybe I can make a little more money doing this than I can art, so a little bit more.
Little bit. So, other than the final product, what is your favorite part of the projects you work on?
Other than the final product, what do you mean by?
Like once you've like gotten all the songs that you wanted in that movie. Other than, is there any other part of being a music supervisor that you particularly enjoy?
I love working with composers, actually. I just love anything that I get to feel creative. Like I get to feel like I have a stamp on the storytelling or the creative or the characters. I like it when I connect to the characters and I emotionally can help the story along by feeling like I'm listening for them, like I like to put myself in their place and like feel what they're feeling and what would play on the soundtrack of their life. I just like creatively connecting, I guess. Whether it's to the characters or composers or directors. I mean, how amazing to get to like sit in a room with a director and a composer and an editor and talk about how to tell this story that's going to live, for infinity.
Right.
So that's pretty
All
cool.
your years, all the seasons that you worked on were Fargo. Is there any particular character that you found yourself relating to the most?
I mean, I relate to Juno Temple's character in this season. As a survivor, I related to her more so than I've probably related to any character in Fargo. Except, and then I also related to Kirsten Dunst's character in season 2, just like the dreamer, the one who wants to live big and has aspirations to go as far as she can, go to Hollywood.
Yeah.
So I related to her. A little delusional sometimes. But Juno Temple's character, yeah. Dot.
Any dream collaboration or dream project that you want to work on?
Oh.
Like if the budget was no issue, what songs would you be?
I would love to do something like Barbie. I would love to do something that's like a cultural phenomenon. I would love to. Someone asked me in that panel what my the most memorable soundtrack, and for me it was Pump Up the Volume. I've said this in other interviews. Pump Up the Volume, and there was a few more that were in my formative years. Pump Up the Volume, Train Spotting, Wedding Singer with Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler. I would love. I think soundtracks back then, it was easier to make a mark because that was how you had access to. You couldn't find the songs on the internet. You had to go out and buy the soundtrack. But something like Barbie is such a cultural phenomenon that the soundtrack really informed a whole year of people's listening. So I would I'd love to share on a larger audience. It's a larger scale. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. It was nice to meet you.
Nice
I hope
meeting
you feel
you.
better soon.
Thank you.
Yeah, and get that voice back.
Thanks.